Okay, so today I have another haul. I know I just did one really recently for under $25. I managed to pick up 5 books for $25. Side note, it is kind of cloudy. I can't really help the lighting situation here, so I hope you guys don't mind. First book I picked up that I've already finished is Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. I read Anne and the French Kiss last month, and I decided to pick up this one as well, and I absolutely loved it so much. I can relate to Lola a lot. I'm not sure what anyone else's opinions are on this book. I can imagine some people finding Lola and her choices a little bit frustrating. Lola is in a relationship with an older rocker guy dude thing who's supposed to be really hot, but then her neighbors from a long time ago come back and move into the house next door, and she kind of finds herself reliving the past. I'm a lot like Lola. I was in kind of an unhealthy, toxic, useless relationship for a really long time, and even though people would tell me to get out of that relationship, when you're in it and you have your feelings invested, it's a little bit difficult to see the situation from the outside. So I related a lot to Lola. I thought this was sweet and really funny, and I loved how characters from Anne and the French Kiss appeared in this book. So next book I picked up was The Unbecoming of Mara, Dyer. Mara or Mara? Because I have friends that have that name, but they both pronounce them differently. I didn't want to pick this book up. It's part of a trilogy, and I have so many books that I have to finish reading, so I didn't want to pick it up, but it was super duper cheap, though not as cheap as the ebook, which is now like $1.99. I am extremely disappointed in this book. I've almost done reading it. As you can see, I only have a couple pages left. It just has so much potential, but then halfway through I'm just like, no. I don't like the love interest. Okay, so this story is about a girl who is in an accident where all of her friends die. She has no real recollection of it. So they move to a new place, and she meets this boy who supposedly knows everything about her, according to the back cover, but I don't even know. And she starts seeing things, she starts hallucinating, so it feels a lot like a psychological thriller, and then it feels like a supernatural thriller, then it feels like a random contemporary romance in the middle of it. So it had so much potential. The first few pages in the first chapter are so interesting, but to me it fell downhill. I'll post a link to a review that I saw on a blog that I feel like better explains everything I didn't like about this book, but I did pick it up. So next 2 books are giant classics. So the first one is the Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales collection. So there's a whole bunch here: Little Red Riding Hood, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Cinderella, Hansel and Gretel, Rapunzel, whatever, the Frog Prince. So there's a bunch here. I know you could get this really cheap. I've actually seen it free online, but to me there's something really special about having, especially something like fairy tales in my hand, being able to read them. So these was like $20, but then they were like $7.99. You could find these in Barnes & Nobles, like in the discounted section, but online they were like $3. So I was like, hey, why not? So I'm really happy to have this. Next one is another one that was like $3, and it is the first 5 novels of The Wizard of Oz. I love The Wizard of Oz so much, and I'm gonna be hopefully Dorothy for this Halloween. So I can't wait to read the novels because I had no idea, like I didn't know there was like so many of them. So these are the first 5, and I'm hoping that they come out with more editions of these. So this one comes with The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, The Marvelous Land of Oz, Ozma of Oz, Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz, and The Road to Oz. So hopefully I like this. We'll see. The last book is a memoir, so it is nonfiction, and it is called Paris in Love by Eloisa James. This was in the bargain section of Barnes & Nobles. So the section where they can have scratches, or there's some kind of defect with it. And for this one, there's some discoloration in the corners, and there's some residue from like stickers, which I'm gonna peel off. That should be easy to handle. Now, I don't actually know much about this book, to be honest. I just decided to pick it up because it was like $2. But as far as I remember, she kind of takes her family and moves them to Paris, where she kind of experiences life in a romantic city. I don't know, that's kind of what the synopsis said on the inside, or not synopsis, but you know. We'll see how I like this. I don't really know. So, alright, so that's my haul for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with, I think, some book reviews and maybe a tag. I just read not Game of Thrones. I just read Throne of Glass. Was that what it's called? Oh my god, I loved it. You guys were so right. It's amazing. I still have to read the second and third one, but it's awesome. Okay, bye guys.